Hello, welcome back, and Happy New Year to you. It is still 2023 as I'm shooting this video, but we got this new banner drop in Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and it's a doozy. Lots of value packed in here, and if you watched my recent videos, I said a few different times that I'm holding out until we have a fire-devoted weapon and costume, and that hopefully we have a fire-resist breach on the same banner, and look, we have exactly that. And the fact that it's Cloud and Seph is great because, you know, most people already have Cloud and Seph built up, and I don't mind at all. And yeah, we know Yuffie's coming, and I was kind of holding out for her too. But now that we have fire, we have all of our elements rounded out, and that's what I wanted. I went ahead and threw down on some packs so I could make sure I got what I wanted here. But let's dig in and take a look. Now, a lot of this data has been circulating already, but we can take a proper look at it now and can share my thoughts. Okay, so we have a great looking costume for Cloud. That looks so cool. I'm really stoked I have this. I have a million costumes for him already, but now the fire niche is filled. Let's look at the weapon first. So we have yet another like top tier DPS weapon. I think all of these that we've gotten since release, the Murasame, the Maritime, the Edged Wings, etc., 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 I think all of them are going to be good for a while if, you know, if Applebot kind of follows the same pattern they did with Nier Reincarnation. Now, if we start to see these get power crept at half anniversary, I'm going to get a little worried, but I think they're going to be good for the year. Yeah, they're going to release more of these elemental weapons, but I think it's going to be kind of like Christmas where, you know, we got a bunch of new ice stuff, and it wasn't power creep, it wasn't a step up, and it wasn't redundant either. It kind of just padded out the element even more across different characters. And this is great. We have P attack and fire potency, and then all the way up here to 850. At OB10. It's going to take you a long time to get there unless you're a Mega Whale. Or if you're a dolphin like me, I did manage OB6, and 710 is pretty nice. You get a big jump there when you get to OB6. That's usually the case. All right, the spirit materia is really straightforward. We have 220% P attack boost. That's really nice. And then X. Now, the most immediate usage for all this fire stuff we're getting is obviously the Yuffie boss that we have right now. Weak to fire. But also, you're going to need all the sigils against her. And yeah, so we have X here to at least fulfill that one sigil, right? Okay, so the gear is like just like any of the other Arcanums here. So just like his lightning costume, we have P attack and then the 35%, which is really awesome, typical of the Arcanum. I love it. And then, we aren't done. Seph is coming in as the supporter with, you know, boost to fire as well. Let's take a look at this weapon. So it's coming in with like a physical defense break and a fire breach. And this one is conditional. I think we need, yeah, you need to have like HP above 50% to apply the fire breach. But that's not so bad of a requirement. You know, just make sure he's healed up, and then, you know, if you're dying, then it won't work. So not too bad, and, you know, it's fair to have a drawback like that. Okay, so both of these, let's see, start at mid. No, the fire breach starts at low and only stacks up to mid. The defense break starts at mid, goes up to mid, but at OB6... Wow. Wow. That's quite a jump. So it started low and went to mid, and then at OB6, it starts at high. The fire resist starts at high. Really sweet. However, the defense break only goes to mid. I'm really torn on like the value of high potency, because I always thought it was a big difference when you go from mid to high. But the other day, was running co-op battles with good community friend Tix. And Tix is really well known. You probably know who I'm talking about. And I was playing Glenn's supporter, and I had the physical buffing weapon and the defense break weapon on Glenn. And I'm still at a point where I have to double stack to get to high. And there were times where I was only able to get mid potency buff and mid potency debuff when Tix would unleash his limit break. And it would be around 49k in this particular instance. This was versus Bahamut. And then there were times where I had high potency buff and high potency debuff, and it only hit 51? How is it only 2,000 more? Now, I don't know the exact math. You can chime in the comments if you want, but I thought it would be way bigger of a difference. So that experience has me thinking maybe it's easier to just go ahead with mid for now. If you can stack to high, great. And maybe that difference, shines in other scenarios. So more playing, more testing before I can completely conclude on that. All I'm trying to say is the fact that this defense break is only mid, I'm not so disappointed. Okay, so the costume, he also gets fire boost. This is only the 20% from mastery, but HP, this is great. HP is always good to have in one of your main slots. Those tough battles, you really have to have your HP up there. So yeah, cool balance. Seph has the HP in the mastery version of the fire buff. Cloud has, just like all in on the attack, physical attack, and yeah, the Arcanum, bigger percentage. All right, so like I said at the beginning, like if you're wondering if you should pull, this is great because we haven't had Devoted Fire yet, and everything's all here, lots of value, all in one. There's like good and bad for having all of the stuff on one banner. It's good because you can just kind of go all in here and hope to get lucky and get everything, but it's really hard to pour heavily into dupes on two different weapons. So I pulled and pulled and pulled, and you can see I finished all 3 pages, and I'll do a separate summons video because I recorded it all, but a lot of 1 stamps in here. And Seph's weapon would not drop until I got to here, and luckily I got 2, so at least it's OB1. But Cloud's weapon did keep dropping, and I went ahead and bought those packs too so I could get it to OB6 because I think it's valuable. Get these DPS weapons up to OB6, and it's really cool. I could just kind of do it right away. The next ranking dungeon, I think we got that info, and it's going to be more ice and earth. But I have a feeling the one that's a month away will be fire. Maybe even the secret boss will be Yuffie. We'll have to see. Okay, so really quick word on Wishlist. I changed my wishlist a bit because if you remember, I was skipping a lot of Christmas stuff. So I loaded in a bunch of Christmas stuff and I changed it as I went. So I got my Tifa Fist to OB1. I ended up getting this, like first time get and OB1, I believe. That's going to be really valuable, especially in the next ranking dungeon. I got the Barrett buffing weapon, either OB0 or 1, I can't remember, but I got it. And then I got some dupes of this, which was really excited about this weapon, and I'm glad I can at least start to bump my way towards OB6. I also threw this one in there when I started to clear up some of the other stuff I wanted, which I did pull for this when it came out, and now I was able to get several dupes. I'm at OB5 and just so close to OB6. I could use generic parts to get it to OB6, and that again is going to be useful in this next ranking dungeon. All right, those are my thoughts. But I think we can do like a little summon, just kind of a bonus to attack on the end of the video. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what we get here. We'll go ahead and skip it in the interest of time. All right, Barrett Gatling gun. Cool. All right, so again, those are my thoughts here. Happy New Year to all. Let me know what you think of this banner, and if you're pulling, best of luck to you. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.